Good morning to all of my remote watchers here, my remote participants. We are doing something in class today that involves paper and scissors and a pencil. So pause this video right now and go get that. One sheet of paper, one pencil, one pair of scissors. That's what you need. If you notice me doing things backwards on here, that's because my video source is currently flipped. So my right hand is my left hand, and it's very awkward. I'm going to show you what you need to do to follow along with this, with the rest of us here in class, even though you do not have the same paper as the rest of us. You're going to grab a piece of paper. I would recommend doing a blank piece of paper, but all I can seem to find right now is one with lines on it. And we're going to start by folding this in half. Now let me talk to you while I do this. This is a rule sheet. We're going to be writing down the rules of our classroom. Now you might be asking yourself, well, hold on a second, Mr. Sullivan, why do I have to write down the rules if I'm staying in online? I'm not in your classroom. Well, the answer is you're still expected to follow the same rules, and if you ever do come back into the classroom, I really, really, really want you to have this and know what you're expected to do. Okay, so once we have this folded lengthways, it should look like this. We're going to then also fold it in half, fold it into thirds. Okay, so fold it into thirds. The way I like to do this is to fold one end in and then fold the other end up at the same time. It doesn't have to be perfect. Mine is already off center a little bit. And so once it's in three parts, we unfold it and we have our page with three parts to it that opens up. What do you know? All right, so on this, on one side of this, we're going to take our scissors, and where did my scissors go? Here they are. And we're going to cut little strips here. I'm trying to do this in a way that you can see. Okay, I'm cutting from the end of the paper up to the fold line. Just part of it, and just on one side. What you'll be left with is something that looks like this when it's closed, and you can open up 1, 2, 3 little windows. Okay, pause to make sure you get all of that. That's our first step, is to have it so that you can open up these little windows. Now I suppose it doesn't really matter if they open from right to left or left to right, but mine open from left to right, or I guess it doesn't really matter. So you can't possibly do it wrong unless you cut it in half. All right, so on these three little covers, we're going to call them for the sake of this video, I'm going to have you write down three things. On the first one, I want you to write how I will act in class. How I will act in class. And underneath of it, we're going to put what I will bring to class. And on the bottom, we're going to write what I will do if I miss class. Okay, so you should have three different covers: how I will act in class, what I will bring to class, and what I will do if I miss class. All right, let's start with the top one. I want you to open it up, and on the inside, on the folded part, I want you to write these things with me. Let me get my cheat sheet. Where did it go? Okay, your hand might get a little tired from writing all of this, but what are you going to do? All right, first of all, I will stay in my chair unless told to move. For one, I will stay in my chair unless told to move. And for your online kids, that applies to staying behind your computer. Unless you get permission to leave to go to the restroom, you're going to stay in your chair. Number 2, I will keep my mask on unless told to have a mask break. I'm actually going to give you guys the benefit of the doubt and not have you write that one down. I will raise my hand to talk and answer questions. For you online kids, to get my attention through the Zoom, write in chat, and I will have somebody in the classroom monitoring the chat to let me know. You can also try unmuting yourself, but I'm not sure if that's going to work. So I will raise my hand. Or use chat to talk. I will raise my hand or use Zoom chat to talk. I apologize for my handwriting. Number 3, I will sit straight up and keep my eyes forward. I will sit straight up and keep my eyes forward. And finally, I will use language that is appropriate and makes my classmates feel safe. No curse words, no slurs, no anything like that. No joking about people's hair, no calling their shoes names. I don't know. I will use language that is appropriate. appropriate, I believe is how that's spelled. appropriate. If I'm wrong, you can let me know. I will use language that is appropriate and makes my classmates feel safe. I'm trying to get this in frame here. You can pause it and make sure you have all of that. All right, and we're going to close this for a second and open our second one. This is what I will bring to class. Let me double check my note sheet here. I will bring... Okay, notice all of these are starting with the word I will. You're going to get a little tired of writing it, but get over it. I will bring a pencil sharpener and a spare pencil. I will bring a pencil, pencil, a sharpener, and a spare pencil. Okay, for my online kids, yes, I do want you to have a pencil with you when we start class. You have one with you right now. Just get in the habit of keeping it with you in case I tell the rest of the kids to write something down. Grab a piece of paper. I will come with my Chromebook charged and ready to go. CHROME BOOK is how you spell Chromebook, fully charged. Next, I will bring a spare mask. Now this, I want you to write down in case you ever come back into the building. I will bring a spare mask. I will bring a highlighter. I will bring a highlighter. Again, write it down in case you come back into the building. And I will bring my ELA folder. This is the part where I pause to tell you we are going to be in class passing out quite a bit of papers. And so you'll need to be able to keep track of those. I expect all my kids that are in the building to have a folder with them at all times. For you remaining online, I would like you to still get a folder in case you decide to join us. And anything that we do like this, you'll be able to keep it in there. Alright, so we're done with the second fold. Now let's do our third fold at the bottom, what I will do if I miss class. First thing we'll write is I will, of course we do, I will check Schoology for a video of that day's lesson. First thing you'll do, I will check a Schoology for the video of that day's lesson. Second thing, I will come to tutoring at 2 o'clock to ask questions. Our office hours are continuing for while we're in person. For those of us in the building, this will be during dismissal. If you online students are having trouble and need to ask a question, go to your teacher's Zoom at 2 o'clock. We will not all be on Miss Zamble's Zoom anymore. We'll be on our individual Zooms. We'll have them open, and hopefully we'll notice that you're there. Maybe it's probably a good idea to call us or send a message, an email, something along with it. All right, with that, we have finished our third fold. Now we're going to go back up to the top. I bet you're wondering, why did we write it over here instead of over here? Over here is what we will do. Over here is what will happen if we don't. And I want you to write this down because if you come back to class, you will need to know. So on this first side, I want you to write down if I don't. Do it in all caps if you want. If I don't, just like this. And then we're going to have on this first one, how I will act in class. If I don't do these things, 1, warning. The first thing that will happen if you don't do this, you will get a verbal warning. This method will also work for you kids online. Number 2, I will lose participation points. Now that we're back in the building, I'm going to start doing a participation grade. Every day you will earn, I have not decided the amount yet, a certain amount of points for participating, for answering questions in class, and for not doing anything wrong. At the end of the quarter, if you have all of your participation points, there will be a reward. I haven't decided what it is yet. Don't ask. All right, number 3. Call home. First thing I'm going to do if you're doing something, if you're not doing one of these things, is give you a warning. Second thing, if you don't do one of these, you get participation points off, and you're out of the running for that special prize. Third thing, I'm calling home. And number 4, this one's going to, again, sound weird for my online kids. You will be removed from your classroom. Okay, removed from class. Now, underneath of this, and we might have to write kind of small, but underneath of this, I want us to write, if I break a rule, for COVID, COVID, if I break a rule for COVID, I may be, how did I put this down? I may be removed to online. If you come back into the building and you start taking your mask off and doing things that are safety procedures for COVID-19 reasons, you may be removed from the class and start doing things online, not by choice. All right, so that is this whole section. I apologize for stammering a bit. It's getting late and my focus is waning. Next, what I will bring to class, and if I don't. Start with this again. If I don't, we're almost done with this. Actually, it's not too much longer. If I don't, I will lose participation points. So once again, participation points will be in your grade book, and you will get a special reward if you have all of them by the end. My online kids, I'm not expecting you to lose any of them. You'd have to break one of the rules or not be ready to go. Maybe if your Chromebook suddenly dies in the middle of class, I might take some points off. And finally, underneath of here, this is for in the building. I will sign out a pencil. S-I-G-N-O-U-T, a pencil. Okay, in the classroom, I have a set of pencils, and there will be a sign-out form involved. If you come back into the building, I can explain that to you. We are now done with the second one. See, I told you we're almost done. And the third one, this is what I will do if I miss class. If I don't, my work will be marked missing until I turn it in. Nothing out of the usual there. And try to get that in frame so you can pause this and make sure you write that down. All right, so now that you have this, how the heck are you supposed to turn it in? Go get your phone, or your parents' phone, or your sister's phone, whatever phone you have with a camera on it. Take a picture of it. Hold them so that I can see them. Okay, with the inside open. Okay, I don't need to see the front. I need to see a picture of. I'm trying to maneuver here. A picture of the inside. Take a picture. Log into Schoology on your phone, and then upload that photo. Let me see if I can show you something here on Schoology real quick. Okay, so this is Schoology. Let's see here. When we go to upload an assignment, and I haven't posted this yet, I am scrambling to get things ready. So I'm going to just do any random one here. Let's do Scoop Pad from last week. When you go to turn in an assignment, there should be. Oh, I'm not signed in as a participant. I am signed in as a student. Let me go to one of the courses that I'm enrolled in here. This is a special sneak peek into how your teachers work. We also have to turn things in to our administrators here, and when you come in here on the side, there'll be a button that says submit assignment. Mine says resubmit. Since I've already turned this in, I got my lesson plans on time, kids, don't worry. And when we come in here, there's this little button, looks like this. It's called File. Click on it, and it should open up your browser on your phone to allow you to place in a picture. Now, if you're having trouble sending in your picture, please let me know. You can email it to me. It's not a big deal. Just get a hold of me somehow, and we'll get it. I promise. Okay. Thank you guys for bearing with me on this very strange video, and best of luck.